to That Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome to That Wrestling Podcast. The good, bad guys of wrestling podcasts are back talking all things of the week that was in professional wrestling. I'm Brian. Kevin's here. Joe's here. And gracing us with his presence for the Summerslam preview, Jason is with us. Hi. Yeah. Hi. Hey. What's going on, man?
Coming to you live from my childhood bedroom.
Oh.
Yeah.
A lot of memories.
Mm-hmm.
Leave the memories alone.
Touch my first boob here. Yeah. I couldn't miss the SummerSlam preview. This is our thing. Kevin, this is our third year in a row. We're going to SummerSlam. Second in a row with the boys. If you didn't know about our Nashville experience last year, you can go. I believe it was posted on our socials a day or two ago.
Tuesday.
About Nashville, which includes beers, karaoke, gas station pizza, and much, much more. So see what we can accomplish this weekend in Detroit. If you're listening to this on Friday, I am driving to Joe's house. And then we are meeting Kevin and Brian in Michigan. So, yeah, it's good. I've missed the show. I missed a lot, apparently, because I have not watched much wrestling. But I'm feeling a certain way.
Okay.
You know, Joe, you and I.
What I do?
Oh, here we go.
No.
It's been a month, so it's like, I got to insult Joe right away.
I'm not on the West Coast anymore.
Oh, okay.
2 weeks ago, I was watching on YouTube the show. And I don't know if it was because I was just sentimental because I hadn't been on the show in a while or what, but I am touched that you have pictures of me in your studio. So it's like I'm actually there, even though I'm not there. That's so nice of you, man.
I was at the West. I went to the West Coast last month, and I did a lot of shopping, and I decided
to my house.
I decided to stop. I decided to stop at someone's house. Wasn't there, and I took a couple souvenirs.
Well, yeah, it's.
I mean, it was
touched. It was so nice of you to have a tribute to me in your studio.
This is when I met the NWO last month. Scott Hall was there too. It was amazing. And then did you know I went on the Chris Jericho cruise? This is the second one. I don't know why I'm wearing those shorts.
It was the first one.
This one was the second. This is my story. And I was representing some SoCal Pro Wrestling podcast, and hung out with Jericho.
Well, Joe, I can just say that your improv skills have not improved since I've been gone because you just fucked up the whole bit. Thank you, though, for giving me the tribute and having me on your walls since I am not here. Now, I'll be coming back soon, full time, in the next couple weeks. So I may let you keep the photos because I know I am your wife's favorite member of the show.
That is,
so maybe she'll want them in her office. For whatever reason, but
I think my wife's rankings. I think I'm in the top 4,
maybe
for this show. I think I'm definitely in the top 4, maybe top.
Joe's
5.
Neck and neck with Barbara Ryan, depending on the week.
And Joe is the 4th favorite teacher on this show. From whatever that rank is.
But there's only been 3 teachers. How am I 4th?
Hey, I was a substitute for a minute.
Yeah, because it's Kevin. Yeah, Kevin's one. Victor, the other friend that you guys
Chris
know,
Moore,
and Joe. Yeah.
And if you are listening. And if you are listening or watching, I had no idea Joe was going to take those photos from my office in LA. So it was a nice, pleasant surprise and a nice tribute. And I do appreciate it.
Joe's not wearing a Jason mask in those?
Wow, Kevin, I thought my improv skills were bad.
Wow. Welcome to the show, Kevin. Your improv skills haven't improved either.
I was going to say
my improv skills are so bad I'd be on Rampage. That's how bad my improv skills are.
Wednesdays are
don't do yourself like that, Joseph. Don't do yourself. You just went out to the West Coast.
Am I Collider?
I think that's respectable. Sure. But yeah, you went out to the West Coast. You ended up at Jason's old house. There was a sale going on. It was 29 or 2 for $50. So you walked out with a couple of pictures. That's right.
2 for $50.
Well, fellas, yeah, this is great. This is I'm excited. I'm excited for everything. It's been fun to look back at what happened last year, and I'm sure Jay and Kevin from 2 years ago and how that's been. Kevin and I were texting about it, and he was like, "It was so hot."
Oh my God, it was so hot in Vegas, and you couldn't get to the stadium, Kev. I mean, remember we had to. I hurt my leg, and I could barely fucking walk as it is, and having to walk in 115-degree weather. And then the cash register. The cashless cash registers stopped working at the stadium, and my wife came down with like 3 iced coffees and a giant cookies and chicken strips for it was all free. Awesome.
Wow. Yeah, I remember that happening. I was like, guys, can you get free beer? What's going on? Everything's shut down. I'm seeing online.
Oh, what a mess that was.
So how are we feeling, guys? I mean, you can take this any way you want to, whether it's about just the experience that is to come, like how you're feeling, anticipating it, or the card. Kevin, you want to start? Just to go from there, man.
I will. So I talked to my wife Laura earlier this week about SummerSlam. Okay, one, the card. I'm very, very excited. It's not double-digit matches. It's 8 right now.
Right now. Yeah.
Right now. Maybe they'll throw another one in from SmackDown. Who knows? That means we're going to get some lengthy matches in here. There's some match card of the night could be 2/3 of the matches. Truly. I'm very pumped. I'm so excited. One, it's just fun to hang out with you guys and go to events and nerd out.
The third time in 3 years that we've been all in the same place.
This is the junky thing about it, though. And I want you guys to agree or disagree. Jay, you might think it's a little bit more of like a destination because, you've lived out on the West Coast. When it's so local, like in Nashville, felt like an amazing event, right? When we went to Vegas, it felt like an amazing event. With it being kind of in the backyard and we're so like familiar with it, it just feels like something local. I know that probably sounds so stupid.
No, it doesn't. I agree.
The destination thing, but I think the event's going to be absolutely amazing. I think the crowd's going to be great. I think it's going to be loud. I think it's going to be awesome. But it's just something that I just was talking about earlier.
Kevin, I believe it or not, I was actually thinking about this because when we went to WrestleMania 23, remember when Brian forgot to get me a ticket? Just the streets down there were a buzz. I mean, they had outdoor bars, and that was in April. So like, I imagine there's going to be a lot of patio bars and stuff going on down there in the middle, first week of August. So like, I remember how big the buzz was back then. And the wrestling scene now is more a buzz than it was back then. So like, I think it's going to be an amazing trip, whether it was in, LA or literally in Brian's backyard with his pool. Like, it's still going to be a great time. The 4 of us get together. Ken's going to join us. Barbara Ryan and his crew are going to be there. And whomever else, like, I don't really know who else is going, but like, it doesn't matter because it's the event that is SummerSlam, the biggest party of the year, and it's going to be a great time. Whether it's, like I said, it doesn't matter where it is because we've gone to the last 2 and they've been a blast. I mean, I don't know if Brian and Joe have their reservations for the Motown Museum yet.
Been there. I've already been there, so I don't need to go again.
Amazing.
Hitsville, USA is the
that's right. That's what it's called.
It's called
Sugar
Hitsville,
Pie
USA.
Honey Bunch. You know that I love it. I'm sorry.
We can't say anymore because we can't afford that
right
license.
No way.
Joe, it's gonna be amazing.
No.
Yeah. Joe, I mean, what do you think? Because again,
I agree with
backyard hometown.
I agree with Kevin with the whole. Maybe it's just different for Kevin and I because we're from the area. Like we grew up there.
Okay,
Brian, you live there
sense.
now, so it's like you didn't like spend your whole adolescence going to downtown Detroit for big events all the time. So I get that part. Like Kevin and I, neither one of us live in Michigan, but we know the town so well that it's like, it's not a destination. It's just a homecoming.
Yeah.
So that's
very nicely put.
That's the way I feel about it. But hang out with you guys is going to be a blast. And it's like, I remember
even me.
Yeah, even you. I mean, I have a shrine of you apparently underneath the Evil Dead. I mean, that does say something.
And you still owe me 6 from last year, and I will let you buy this year. So
thank you, because you were just telling people I was ducking it. But like last year, I kept trying to get you.
I was in baller mode last summer, man. Kevin,
yeah, but then the next day you were like, I don't want anything except for water.
Yeah, true. Well, because at the stadium we had that one fucking walkway where the sun came through right at us. But no,
we won't. That's the thing.
Yeah,
that's something I'm looking forward to. It's not going to be as hot. It's supposed to be very pleasant in 80. Detroit on 80 and like
Ford Field's an indoor venue
and Ford Field's indoor. So it's like
hopefully
we don't have to worry about
yeah,
like any of that stuff like there. So we won't have like anything like that. But I remember going back to WrestleMania 23, there was a buzz in the town. Going back to Super Bowl 40, they went all out with that too. It's not going to be that big, but it's still going to be, downtown Detroit's going to be a destination for everyone who's coming in from out of town. But when you got 2 hometown guys,
thanks,
going
Captain
there,
Obvious.
It's
everyone from out of town. It's a destination for those coming from out of town. Are you dumb in the summer or what?
What I meant to say before you interrupted me was, when you're from there, it's just basically another event. But Detroit does go all out when it comes to big events like this. They get a bum rap nationwide, but they really shouldn't, because they definitely are very welcoming to everyone. Yeah. They put on a show.
And
next year the NFL draft are going to be doing the same thing.
And that downtown is so different than what it was at WrestleMania 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to tailgate where Little Caesars Arena is now.
Yeah, that's where we
tailgate parking lot
at WrestleMania 23.
Parking was like $10 and it was
oh my God.
Well, we can hang at the hotel. I mean, I'm sure there's a hotel bar.
No, I know. I'm just saying it's just changed so much. It
changed so much that the parking lot is now where Little Caesar Arena is.
I got what you're saying now. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, I got excited, guys. I sent you guys the pictures when we put on the socials that last Sunday I was going down. There's an outdoor roller rink downtown. Ooh. We had just gotten my daughter Harper new roller skates, so we went and checked it out. And as we were walking up and seeing this giant mural on a building of Roman and Jey Uso and everybody else, and then noticing right across the street is the Superstore and all the different superstars that they had on there. That was great. And I shared it with you guys, and then I wasn't making it up that eventually when my wife finally agreed to take my picture in front of the mural and I'm holding up my ones to the sky, and there's a guy walking by with his kid going, "Are we the ones and you the twos?"
How was that negotiation process, Brian? We know that's how you have to work with your wife.
It was pretty agreeable. It was just like, yes, come on, let's go before we feed our daughters lunch at like 2 p.m. because we were skating and doing all kinds of stuff.
Are roller skates 4 wheels or 2 now? Rollerblades?
Hers are 4. Yeah, and this is a roller rink. You can rent the skates right there, and it's outdoors, and it's like I said, it's basically right across from where the Superstore is, and out like in between the Superstore and this outdoor roller rink is an outdoor bar with like a beach. They've put sand all around and like these funky beach chairs, and so we discovered that and had a drink before we went and did more roller skating. So yeah, there'll be some things, but yeah, I've been excited. That really amped it up and made it real. So I can't wait to see you guys. We said it last week. It's the first time since last year SummerSlam that all 4 of us together have been. I've seen Joe, I've seen Kevin. I don't think I've seen you, Jay, right? So now we're 4 for 4. Our Voltron is back together, ready for wrestling. Let's go. Yeah, I'm excited.
Let's do it.
All right. So let's get into the card, and we're going to just kind of talk about what is going on with these matches and give our preview and predictions along with that. So we'll just kind of roll with it here. So first off, we'll start with the SummerSlam Battle Royal presented by Slim Jim. Joe on Friday, again, with the text of like, "Brian, are you happy now?" as LA Knight entered himself. into the battle royal. We know Sheamus is going to be in there.
No, that wasn't the reason for my text.
No,
it was,
okay.
That happened later. The reason, because you weren't watching live. The text was because LA Knight won a match.
Yes. He beat
Ashante.
Ashanti the Adonis of Hit Row fame. So I guess baby steps. But we got this battle royal. So my question is, and again, before we get into like who we think wins, take a look at, we have this match, but we don't have Trish and Becky, which we thought was going to happen. There's also a no Rhea Ripley match. And we're not getting anything, at least as of now, with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens rumored to be injured, so there could be reasons for that. But what do you make of this? And with how this played out, with now we have the Slim Jim Battle Royal, and some pretty high profile wrestlers are not on the card as of now.
But there's some pretty high profile wrestlers so far in the Battle Royal. That's what makes it nice. So
who's in the Battle Royal other than LA Knight?
Sheamus.
Sheamus,
and
Nakamura.
Gable, Ciampa, Imperium, except for Gunther.
Is this
the Andre Battle Royal?
I was getting ready to say, is this just we got to get everyone on the card?
Why don't they just call it the Macho Man Slim Jim Battle Royal? Why don't we just call it that?
Yeah, that would be cool.
I saw this recently. Slim Jim is back to using Macho Man on their packaging. So this would make the most sense to make it the Macho Man Randy Savage Battle Royal.
So the trophy is just like a huge 6-foot Slim Jim.
Yeah,
it
needs to be with a Macho Man.
It should be the Macho Man like snapping into it,
like the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive figure from a couple years ago.
Yeah, right.
Need to, make it a Macho Man statue.
But it's a way to get people on the card. And Brian, to answer your question about why this match is specific, Owens is injured. Raquel Rodriguez injured. Liv Morgan injured. There's like all these matches that could have been set up.
Did Raquel show up on SmackDown Friday?
Yeah, but she wasn't cleared. She showed up on Raw on Monday, but
same thing.
But it's an injury angle.
Yeah, so it's like they got to do something, and it was a way to get some more people on the card. It's a filler, not a big deal. It will probably. I'm just trying to predict when it's going to be on. Is it going to be between Roman, Jay, Brock, Cody as a cool down? Who knows?
Ooh,
but that cool down. The excitement
LA wins
will go.
Let me talk to you. Yeah,
will go crazy when he comes out, and if he wins, it will go crazy. If we had to predict where it goes in the card, I would say not before the main event.
I think it's going to go second.
Maybe second. I like the second.
Like if Logan
Paul and Ricochet are first, but I don't think that's going to work for Logan Paul. Like the time, it's a 2 hour and 45-minute flight. And as of right now, Jake Paul's walkout time is 11 p.m. Central. So that's
midnight Eastern. So he gains an hour.
But if he is, we'll say he's first, 8 o'clock. Now, is this a squash? Is this the lucky right hand?
Oh my God.
And then he's out. Maybe.
Can you imagine?
Oh.
He would probably take would he take helicopter? Probably
to his private jet.
Yeah.
And then private jet to Dallas. So
it's in Dallas.
Yeah, so he's got to go to Detroit to Dallas. That's not next door, but he does gain an hour with the time zone change. So
it's only 2 hours and 45-minute flight.
Yeah. So a lot of
we're not this isn't that travel agent podcast, so we don't really need to worry about that.
But we're not talking about Logan Paul. No. We're talking about LA Knight. And if he does win the Battle Royal, brought to you by Slim Jim. I really wish it had been Mountain Dew Code Red or Pitch Black or whatever the hell it was.
He'd be king of
lots
Mountain
of reports. Like I said, I'm not really watching a lot, but I'm on the X now because I successfully got rid of the fucking birds that was Twitter.
Congratulations.
Joe told my story last week. I was like, I was waiting to unveil that. Lots of reports. We're good. I mean, it's SummerSlam, so we have to get a return. Is this Randy Orton's return? Is this The Rock and LA Knight? That would be fun, even though we might get Rock later. It's a great smaller thing. What are we thinking? If there's what if LA Knight? What if? Oh, yeah, that would make sense actually. Bray Wyatt returned to LA Knight.
Bray Wyatt's been a rumor. Yeah.
What if?
I don't know.
So many questions. What happens if LA Knight doesn't win?
He won't.
I'll continue to be sad.
I'm hoping he doesn't win. I really want to see him not win. I want to see him thrown out so Brian could get all mad. That's
great.
Really
now I hope Charlotte wins,
and
so I can laugh in your
because
face.
You're all gonna pick Charlotte, and you're hoping I get upset.
Man,
so
I wasn't
I'm
going
hoping
to.
LA Knight loses, so I can see.
That's funny.
I want to see LA Knight lose.
But okay, so if he loses, do you think the steam goes off him? He
No
lost.
way.
He lost. No way. So win or lose, that place
doesn't matter.
He's crazy for him. If he gets eliminated, that crowd guarantee will just chant LA Knight until the thing's over. Because he's going to be eliminate one of the last 2 or 3 people,
just so they get bored.
Okay, if LA Knight wins, what are we thinking about a return? Do we think this is where a return happens, so that LA Knight has a very high level program moving forward? They keep saying his push is coming. His push is coming. I think a Randy Orton LA Knight feud would be great. I don't know how many more chances Bray Wyatt's going to get, but because Bray Wyatt and LA Knight were the last thing Bray Wyatt did, it makes sense. Thoughts on a return? Who would it be? What do you want to see?
I'm fine with any and all of those guys.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Braun Breaker debut. You know, he's been kind of shuffled out of the title picture in NXT, so maybe he could be a surprise entrant in that.
He's working.
Von Wagner. So, hey, you take the good and the not so good. Von's fine, I guess. But yeah, so I'd probably throw him in as my wild card, other than the choices you named, Jay.
Yeah.
So random comment about Braun Breaker. So you guys know WWE is going back to India, right?
I did see that. Yes, September, I believe.
Yep. So he's on the poster. I didn't even notice it until I saw it on Twitter and I read the comments. He's doing like moonsault between Charlotte and somebody.
This is Braun we're talking about?
Braun's on there. You don't see him. Okay. Like everyone's face is very big, and then just a random guy doing a moonsault. Check it out. You'll see it.
Okay. That would be cool to see.
So maybe we do get that. That would be cool. Seeing Braun.
Bjorn Breaker.
Damn it. Referencing our chat, unfortunately, I made a joke that I misspelled. All right. So does anybody have a winner? I mean, it's LA Knight or the field, essentially?
I think that's what it boils down to.
Yeah, I think so too, right?
I'm ready to go crazy when he comes out. That's
Are you buying one of the 5 LA Knight shirts available at the Superstore?
Is that going to be the biggest? So we get into the stadium. Let's say we get in an hour before showtime. Is that going to be the biggest of the woo and any other thing, chant, yes, the Seth song, any and all of those? Is the LA Knight either they're going to be the biggest one? I think it is.
Cody's whoa, like during the actual event.
Cody's whoa. Will be
I was thinking more pre-event.
Like where people are just nerding out and being weird.
The idiots that woo for no reason. Yeah, now they're going to say for no reason. And the concourse is going to be a nightmare because at WrestleMania it was the same thing, and he wasn't even on the card.
Oh my God.
So that's there you go. Concourse.
It's even worse.
The LA Knight, but during the event, it's going to be Cody's theme.
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
Not whoa.
Wow, Joey Lawrence.
Who is that?
Way to
go. Well, speaking of surprise returns, I was just about to name. Yeah. All right, so we'll start with that one. Let's go on to Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler MMA rules match. My question, guys, I thought this video package that they did on Monday Night Raw was perfection. When they talked back and forth about their relationship, and Shayna had that line of, I was like the third person to hold Ronda's kid. I love that kid. And is it he or she? I think she is the baby. And then
I think it's a daughter. Yeah.
Yeah. She will never forgive me for what I'm about to do to her mother. Woo! I got chills just watching it, guys. what did you think of the video package? And did it do anything for you like it did for me?
I'm not excited for this match at all, especially now that it's an MMA rules match, because they're going to be throwing worked punches and kicks. Are they going to be barefoot? What are they wearing? And the most important thing for those that are going to be watching SummerSlam at home, not so much for us, they need Jimmy Smith to commentate this match. They need to bring him back.
Bring back Jimmy. Yeah.
Yeah, for this, because he's the MMA fucking master.
Right.
Brian, I know you were excited for this. And the video package was great. They do great video packages. But the match itself, I think, we're going to get Shayna. I think Shayna's going to win, and Ronda's going to go away for a while because she needs to go away. So
what do we got? Oh, look at that, Joe. How dare you?
I'm thinking, what's this match going to be? Dud.
Wow.
Oh, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad, and Ronda's going to be booed out of the building.
But that's not a bad thing, because Shayna's going to get cheered louder.
But then what?
Well, this is the thing. So, Brian, you mentioned the video package. It was nice when they talked about the Ultimate Fighter, and Shayna saying, I wasn't a newbie. I had experience. Yeah. I fought on Strikeforce, and Ronda saying she was a bartender watching Shayna, right? What I'm excited for, I want to see Shayna win. I want to see what she does next, not talking about a friend, because they're bringing in personal stuff. They're bringing in, real life situations. I want to see how she goes against, say, a Bianca maybe one day, or an Asuka, not a Natty, right? Because I think we've seen Shayna versus Natty forever, but I want to see her taking that next step. You beat Ronda, say she beats her by armbar, and Ronda taps to armbar. Yeah. Right? That's the most realistic thing to make Shayna look like a badass. Or ground and pound, and maybe they pull her off. Who knows? She's got to have a high profile after that, and she's got to go on a destructive pattern.
When they brought up the Ultimate Fighter, I started laughing because I'm probably the only person that watched that season of the Ultimate Fighter out of the four of us. Shayna Baszler was the number 1 draft pick by Ronda. Brian, you'll know this name. Shayna got beat in her first fight against Roxanne Modafferi. Remember her? She was like the anime, like nerdy chick fighter. She lost to Roxanne, and she never won again. She didn't win another fight because she got into the UFC. She didn't win another fight. She lost to Roxanne and never won in the UFC. We can have stats and information check that, but so Shayna was the number 1 pick. She was a badass. All that shit's true. She lost in the Ultimate Fighter in her first fight. So,
interesting.
Funny that they brought it up.
Yeah, Ronda could have brought that up in the package.
But they didn't.
All right.
So that'll probably be I would like to say bathroom break, but I don't know if that's true or not.
All right. But so we're all thinking Shayna though, right? So we'll go from there. Logan Paul and Ricochet. Kevin, I'll go to you because I think you were the most vocal about Ricochet. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm feeling this. This is a big spot for Ricochet. Maybe they have somebody else in. Has anything changed in the build for this one for you about your excitement level or how it's been presented?
So I'm just gonna. I did look it up. Shayna went 0-5 in the UFC, but she did lose against Amanda Nunes.
Okay, that's respectable.
Everybody lost against
Amanda
Nunes.
And they're pretty big names. I will say this: as the week's gone on, I think Ricochet has gotten slightly better on the mic. I think the match is going to be absolutely amazing. Logan Paul bringing up Samantha, right, was a mic drop. As good as Ricochet was improving on that mic, I was like, oh, yeah. I think in my living room doing that noise exactly. I think Ricochet, he's gotten better on the mic. I still think it's just so tricky because Logan is such a prick, asshole, douchebag.
He's getting it,
but he's so good. That's the thing on the mic, and people boo him, and he plays to the crowd, boos him. I'm excited for that match. Honestly, if it does go on first, as it should, I was never not excited about the match. I was just not excited to hear Ricochet.
Do we have to go to archives? Do we have to go to archives?
Oh,
And you were
yeah,
like,
go on the
please
arch-
do not let this
100%.
match happen. And I had to talk you off the ledge.
Go on the archives because I've always said I was excited for the match. I was just never excited for Ricochet on the microphone.
You kept
I'm
saying
never
LA
excited for
Knight,
Ricochet
LA
on the
Knight,
microphone.
LA Knight.
Oh, 100%. I would rather hear LA Knight on the microphone than Ricochet.
Oh my God.
Shit, I would rather hear Braun Strowman on the microphone except Ricochet when they were a tag team. But no, match is going to be awesome.
Love it.
And if Logan Paul wins and there's the shenanigans or something, it's going to be good. That match
is Braun Strowman still on the roster?
I don't even know. I just thought
You're out of the loop, Jay.
He was rough on the mic too.
He has an injury. I think he had a surgery.
Maybe he comes back.
Ooh,
Maybe he's back in time. Good call.
Maybe he'll be that surprise entrant in the battle royal.
He'll win the Slim Jim battle royal.
Yeah, he's won Andre before.
He won the greatest Royal Rumble in
Jim. Yes.
Saudi Arabia.
Yes, he did. Yeah. Joe, any other additional thoughts on this one?
I've been waiting for this match for 7 months. This has been a 7-month build since they collided at the Royal Rumble. Yeah. I'm just patting myself on the back because I called it, saying that this is going to happen at SummerSlam. This is going to be
none of us remember that.
I remember it, so that's all that matters. I'll go to the archives, and it's like I didn't have to text it because I did it on the podcast, and like I could just basically very quickly say this was the match that's like my watching with my wife. She's like, I can't wait to watch this match. I'm hoping it's first because I know I won't be up that late on Saturday, and I'm like, it's supposed to be. So she's like, actually, it's the only match he's really looking forward the most to seeing because she's like, they're both so athletic. There's no way they're not going to put on a good match.
Jason, give me the breakdown of the flight from Detroit to Dallas again. One more time. Can he make it in time for Jake Paul, Nate Diaz?
If you're, so we were talking about this prior to recording. Or no, we did talk about this on the show. Yeah.
Joe, write these times down on your whiteboard. Let's figure this out.
Yeah. Central time zone. No.
Okay, match starts at 8. Say it lasts 20 minutes. He's going to run to the helicopter 8 minutes.
What?
That looks right.
If you are just listening, Joe's dry race board, he drew a map and put it of Michigan to Dallas.
The glove looked good.
The glove looked good.
Yeah, I can see my house from there. I see it.
But I don't know.
Is that Buffalo?
It's going to be a fun
There you
one.
go. There's Michigan. Also my hand.
There it is.
Part of me really wants it to be a one-punch KO for Logan
that
Paul.
Would suck.
That would suck so bad.
Come on. We need flippy shit. This is the match for flippy shit.
Yes. This
funny.
is the get your spot in match.
Yeah.
This is the Wednesday night at improv match.
Let's go.
True.
That's it.
Yeah, it'll be a good one. There'll probably be a couple good viral moments that come out of this. So that's
Logan Paul won't let it just be a one punch because he's going to need he'll want the content too.
Yeah, let's move on.
We going with Logan? That's my pick. Anybody think Ricochet takes it?
Logan needs to win. He hasn't won in a year.
Double count out.
He hasn't. Yeah.
Oh dang, Corbin Gable.
Yes. Intercontinental Championship match. We got Gunther defending against Drew McIntyre.
There won't be flippy shit there.
No, it's gonna be Chop City.
You
would have to think. But guys, how great was the Chad Gable Gunther segment on Raw of the 5-minute surviving and then the match restarts and he goes on again? I mean, part of me is like, let's just have those two keep going because that was amazing. So no offense to Drew McIntyre. Before that match, I didn't think this was his time because Gunther, I think, is roughly 28, 30-ish days from breaking Honky Tonk's record. I can't see him being this close and then not going all the way with that. But yeah, your thoughts on that Chad Gable stuff? Because boy, time and time again, he just shows off like he is such a talent.
Gable delivers in everything he does. Even when he's given a crappy gimmick, he finds a way to get past it. So it doesn't surprise me when you're being asked to show off your skills in the ring that Gable can deliver. He has for years. So love the match. I love that it went 5 minutes and then Gunther was like, nope, I don't continue. and then he beat him. But it's like, I'm glad that they had an actual match and they gave him the time, and it wasn't just like back in the day of like, oh, 5 minutes, it's over, he won, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And the backup lead or the backstage leading up to the match where Gunther was like, kind of taunting him. And then he got kind of serious, making fun of Otis. I thought that was good, which led to the 5 minutes. And it was fantastic. Gunther is a machine. And I always want to say Gunther, by the way.
I've heard
it was cool.
Gunter, anything? Yeah.
I mean,
but what about,
realistically,
but we really should be focusing. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I think that Drew could win because he's going to have to deal with the squad, the team. Mm-hmm. I think Drew could win if he had his sword.
As he would kill people?
All-powerful sword, yeah.
Yeah. Angela, I think, is the name of the sword.
Yes, you're right.
So
you damn right it is. I know all about it.
Yeah.
I live in the gimmick, guys.
I do think Gunther win. I mean, Gunther's close to the Honky Tonk Man's record, so I think Gunther wins. Maybe Survivor Series, or maybe then Drew wins it. But I think this is Gunther to get to that record, and just go from there.
Joe, is this still your most excited match? Yeah.
Match of the night.
5
it's gonna
stars.
My 5 stars means as much as other people's 5 stars, which is not much, but it's definitely, it's gonna be a banger, as they would say, and it's gonna be awesome. This is a match I am looking forward to since WrestleMania.
Move on to the women's championship.
Who's they? Is that what you said? Who they?
Who is they?
We've got the champion Asuka triple threat against Charlotte and Bianca. This is any and all directions on this one. I could, there's so
Sorry.
You're disagreeing. Okay. You don't have to apologize. Say what you have to say, Joseph.
Charlotte wins. LOL.
I love it.
Failed 5 years ago. It's gonna fail again.
No way. She's the best.
Oh God, no, she's not. It's the same story 5 years ago, and they're just doing it again. The champion is taking the back seat. 5 years ago, Carmella was a champ. She took the back seat. Charlotte steps in because that's what she does. She thinks she's going to get cheered. Whoever turns on her after the match is going to be the one getting cheered, and we got ourselves a new The Man.
Vintage Joe with his pessimistic self with Charlotte Flair. Kevin, where do you fall on this one?
I think the build up for me on the triple threat women's match has been kind of lackluster, kind of boring. Mm-hmm. I haven't been that excited for it. I think the match will be great. I think Asuka's gonna win.
Sorry,
I do. When you finally can beat Bianca, right, to take the title, it's just not gonna flip flop. I think the match will be fun. I think Asuka's going to win, and I can't wait. I don't know if I want to sit next to Joe, actually, because I don't want him to yell in my ear.
Oh no, I'm not. I may not. I'm probably just going to be sitting there. I'm not even.
That might be Joe's bathroom break beer run.
No, I'm just gonna. I will just be sitting there. I'm not going to stand for any part of it whatsoever.
He's going to hate watch, guys. He's going to hate watch.
Yep. I may be the annoying guy on my phone the whole time.
Wow.
Are you saying trying to give us my phone right now?
Well, you're on your phone right now. Yeah. No, I wasn't calling you out, but I'm gonna basically just that I'm not paying any attention to that match.
I actually looked into the future. I could see Joe's tweet during that match. He goes, "I wish the Madonna concert was actually happening right now." Oh well.
Hashtag woo.
Jay, was there anything you wanted to add? Oh, go ahead.
Does that mean you're not going to wear your Charlotte shirt, Joe?
Oh, yeah. Is it ready?
Jessica said I should. She's like, you should bring it and wear it just for that match.
Why don't you just get spray paint and do with
you mean like the shirt that looks like it's from a county fair?
No, just spray painted X's are a thing now in wrestling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and it will be.
Oh, you froze there, Joe. What was that?
I said it will be the real Charlotte shirt.
The real Charlotte Flair shirt. Yes.
And he's going to put on the back of the back. No.
I may go on YouTube.
I gotcha.
You know what? I may go on YouTube TV and watch that match instead of the show. No, I'm just kidding. I will not watch that match instead of anything on SummerSlam.
All right.
Jay,
Jason, what are you looking forward to
with
with that match?
I got nothing.
All right.
I haven't. I haven't watched much wrestling, so I do know they're doing it. I feel like I have watched a lot of SmackDown, but I don't really remember anything about this build. I really don't.
Yeah,
and I don't know if that
hasn't been
says anything about me
special.
or just the build itself.
think
It's
so.
been all about Charlotte and
I've watched every
Bianca.
episode of
Asuka's taking the
SmackDown,
back
and it's not-
seat.
Yeah,
All right,
Joe's
let's
right.
move on.
So let's go with the World Heavyweight Championship. We've got Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. I feel like the momentum, again, maybe partly because of Dom winning the NXT North American Championship and successfully defending it at Great American Bash. I feel like if it's now or never for me for Finn Balor. And I love, they even had another, again, cash-in tease thing on Raw. Let's make that story the forefront of
I don't want
Finn
Judgment
and
Day to
Damian.
break up.
Yeah.
I don't want
Me
it to
either.
break up.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's too good. And with Dom being what Dom is now, I hope it doesn't go to that, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does. Finn wins. He cashes in.
And we get a cash in. Wow. That would be
Then Finn
wild.
just keeps going after the title now with Damian.
No, I think that
Yeah.
then we get JD McDonough and Finn kind of doing their like Irish assassin kind of thing.
Ooh.
Ooh, he hasn't been on in months.
Yeah. Or maybe this is how he gets back into the picture.
Yeah.
He helps Finn win. And then Priest gets pissed off that an outsider, and he says, fuck it, you're getting help from people that aren't Judgment Day. We don't need you.
Ooh.
Just because I haven't been on the show doesn't mean my creativity has gone away.
Longest of long shots. This is the longest of long shots. I know it won't happen, but I would love to see it happen. Finn wins. There's Judgment Day celebrating in the ring. You Think You Know Me plays. And Priest knocks Finn out. Edge becomes the original leader of Judgment Day, and they kick Finn out. And it was all set up because who was the first one to cash in the Money in the Bank? Edge. Damian Priest, Money in the Bank.
Well, that's very amazing. Long story.
The 12 build.
It's a long term. It's a 2-year build.
It's a 2-year build.
It's a 2-year.
Does Edge have anything for SummerSlam?
No, he was only on for SmackDown.
He's going to
Grayson Waller thing. That's been
Edge is
that will be the return.
Yeah, Edge in the Slim Jim Battle Royal.
That will be the return at SummerSlam that tells the new story.
He's been known to love Slim Jims.
And it won't happen. There is a 0.0001% chance that will happen. But in my fantasy booking,
I hope it happens.
Judgment Day becomes back
so you guys
together.
can make fun of him again. You guys can make fun of him. You said it wasn't going to happen, and then it did happen. I don't know what I'm saying.
Kev, more importantly, will you be singing the song with me for Seth?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. All right, good.
Because I ain't doing that shit.
I will
too.
Participate.
All right, good.
For everything.
Good.
Everything.
I'm good.
And who wins, Kev? Who wins?
I think Seth will win.
Okay.
I do.
I can see that too, of course.
Unless he goes away for a while, I just can't see him taking the title off him. That's the thing. But he's so high profile. I'd like to say, look at Cody. He doesn't have a belt, and the dude's highest of high profile. Seth doesn't necessarily need the belt, and he'd still be high profile. That's the nice thing.
If he loses by shenanigans, it's okay for him to lose the belt.
Bingo. And the belt's kind of warming on me, the look, by the way.
Still the world's greatest paperweight.
Until further notice, I guess. But yeah, I think Seth has done plenty with this, and you can move on to Finn because I want to see that story continue. Cody and Brock, it's part 3. Guys, let's do a quick check-in on the Cody Rhodes documentary that was released on Peacock on Monday.
What's that?
What's that? The Peacock? The cock?
The documentary. I don't know anything about a documentary.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's like, what's the name for it, guys? Cody
American
Rhodes,
Nightmare.
Just American Nightmare. Yeah. It's narrated by Cody's friend Stephen Amell.
Oh.
And we'll get into our thoughts on it. Kev, I think you were planning a whole family watch along on Tuesday night. How did that go down?
It went awesome. Brett lasted all about 10 minutes into it. So
he wasn't excited about FCW footage or whatever.
I loved it, right? It's a 2-hour watch. You might have like 5 minutes of commercials of the 30-second break for Peacock. There's a lot. I wish, and this is my only gripe, and maybe it's a pain in the butt for me to say it, with the Dusty, what was it Icons? What were they called? What was the like 2-hour Dusty show? Remember
on A&E? The A&E documentaries?
So it's a lot of regurgitated stuff in the first like half hour. I feel like of a lot of that stuff with the upbringing of Cody that we kind of got from the Dusty. I did like a lot of the FCW stuff. I liked a lot of the Brandy talking. I thought was really cool, and just those certain things. Dave LaGreca's opinions. I thought it was really, really pretty awesome. You have the top of the top giving their comments. You had Kurt Angle, you had
Cardona.
the Undertaker, you had the Undertaker. Mm-hmm. Well, Cardona and the Miz were like some of his.
They
best
called him Matt
like,
Cardona. That's the big thing. They didn't call him Zack Ryder.
Yeah,
but like.
I watched. I'm sorry you brought up Matt Cardona. Are him and Dijak brothers? Because they look identical. They look like twins.
Mm-hmm.
Back to this documentary that I didn't even know existed.
But the documentary, I thought it was amazing. Like you get the feels in it with his return and just the lead up of with the Mania. And it's like I said, you'll know 90% of it. There's going to be a little bit you don't. In the way that it was put together, like the story it told, kind of cheesy. You'll kind of get what I mean, and like right off the bat. But I loved it, and of course, beautifully done because WWE documentary did it.
Great job with it. Everyone told the story. Bummer ending because it ended at WrestleMania, but it's just like they were setting up for him to. Just like they set up for his return anyway. I like the fact that they didn't ignore AEW.
Yes.
They mentioned it. They mentioned Matt and Nick. They mentioned All In. They showed the plaque. The part that got me the most, because it was I was there too. It was when he was describing the hospital.
Oh,
when his when his dad got sick, because when my dad passed away, I was there the day, like at the hospital, like remembering like everything. So that got me, and I'm like, oh. But then he said something that like really got me, with the fact of I had the greatest time with them. It's like I'm selfish that I wanted more. I had the time. I'm just going to cherish that. So I'm like, I'm taking that with me. So thank you for that one, Cody. Cause it's like, it's been a rough 2 years, but it's like, I was grateful for the 42 I had with my dad.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great way to take away from that documentary. And the kind of right after that part, Joe, I don't remember seeing the footage of him speaking at Dusty's funeral.
I don't think that was ever shown.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it. If maybe they hadn't shown it before, I don't remember seeing it. And for me, I mean, the first time I saw Cody was when he spoke at Dusty's Hall of Fame induction, which I think was at the Fox Theater.
It was. Did you go to it? Because I didn't.
I didn't go to it. No, I don't remember.
I know Jason didn't, because you didn't invite him to WrestleMania 23.
I invited him. There was a miscommunication with Ken, but we'll get into that.
You invited him after we all had our tickets on the floor, and you're like, "Oh, here you go, Jason."
Shout out to Brad Tillery for having an extra
$90 or something.
I got the ticket up there. It was $95.
That's insane
for floor seats for WrestleMania.
And we were like 20 rows, right? Like we were pretty close.
It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, we were pretty close.
Yeah. And then they had that deal going on. It was 29 or 2 for 50.
One for 99, one for 95, 2 for 50.
So yeah, but he's always been a captivating talker. So seeing that footage was amazing. I haven't finished it yet. I got to basically completing Hell in a Cell. So there's probably another 30 minutes or so still to go. So let's get into the match then. Yeah, Cody and Brock, it's round 3. What are our thoughts?
I was a little bit negative on the buildup for the women's match, right? I've loved this buildup. I think both of them look like badasses. I think both of them legitimately look like they could beat each other up. And that's a big thing when you say Cody could beat up Brock, not in a fist fight, not in an MMA fight, like through kind of like this past Monday. They shook hands, Brock left, Cody jumped out of the ring and attacked him. Like those type of things. Like he can get the upper hand. And Jay, you want to say something? You want to say something?
Kevin, in the 2.5 years we've been doing this podcast, you and I have become much better friends than we were prior.
Well, yeah.
So in saying that, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm not, like I said, it's not an
Cody
MMA
Rhodes
fight.
could beat up Brock Lesnar. Are you kidding?
In a predetermined wrestling match, I think the build up has made you believe that Cody could beat up Brock.
I don't believe that.
There you go.
He needs chairs and machine guns and pickleball paddles, plenty to beat up Brock Lesnar.
Well, I think Brock's just going to be so intimidated by the whoa. Just saying.
But the real question is, what is Brock going to use to lift the ring this year?
Oh my God!
Will there be like a Ford F-150 with like a snow shovel on the front that he can lift the ring like he did last year in Nashville? Does Ford make tractors?
I gotta think. I got
my top 3 here of things that are believable. Number 1, the Tooth Fairy. Number 2, the Easter Bunny. Number 3, Cody can beat up Brock in real life.
Not real life.
Not real life. What do they all have?
Real life? Absolutely not.
They are figments of your imagination, Kevin.
Brock is due for a vacation.
Yes.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Cody does win. Yeah, that's my pick. But Kevin, come on, dude.
This could be.
Hey, I'm not saying that Cody could take him behind on an empty street behind the shelter by St. Andrews Hall or the basement of St. Andrews. I'm not saying he could beat him up in Harpo's if it was a boxing match in a predetermined setting with a good setup.
Well, if it's predetermined, anybody could
believe.
That's what I said. Wow. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I'm with you. This, I think, could be another. We talked about possible surprises, maybe fitting into the Slim Jim Battle Royal. I could see, Cody winning this and somebody comes out afterward because, again, Brock probably going away. So let's start that next feud right then and there.
Bray Wyatt.
Keep an eye on that. I could see Bray. I could see Randy Orton.
I could see Randy.
They have
Braun Breaker.
Cody versus Randy.
Braun Breaker moonsaults into the ring.
Yep. He said, "I'll see you in India."
What I would really like to see,
Jinder Mahal comes out with his tag team.
Jinder Mahal. It's my guy.
Lashley's new group cost Brock the match.
Yeah.
And we get to continue that story that never got to be finished was Lashley and Brock. They had so much potential.
Do you know about this, Jay?
I've seen they've been teasing it, but it's not officially.
No, I know that. I said that's what I would like to see because I really want to see Lashley and Brock.
And I hope that people aren't thinking they're a group just because they're all black. Like let's see what happens. Like
they are.
At least they didn't call them the New Nation like they did with New Day.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Newer Day. Yeah.
Newer Day.
It's not going to work. Don't do it.
Maybe they're going to be newest day. They're the newest day.
Joe, did you give a prediction on this one?
Cody wins.
Cody wins,
moves on. And it's the end of the story. And he's all good at finishing stories in his favor. So this time Cody's good. This time Cody's going to win.
All right. Sounds like a plan to me. Let's wrap it up with match number 8. Should be the last match. of the night. We've got the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. It's tribal combat, which means anything goes. I still, maybe we get Jimmy Uso out of the hospital. Roman.
Medical facility.
Jay, you texted a couple weeks ago when the tribal combat rules became apparent of, is this something that The Rock makes an appearance because of the Elders reference?
Well, the Elders reference makes me think maybe it's Dwayne. However, looks like the Screen Actors Guild strike might be ending soon.
Oh, okay.
Therefore, more shitty Dwayne movies could be on the forefront. However, I would like that if we're going to get it, let's get it here. The last 2 years at WrestleMania, I thought I was going to get it. Didn't. So let's just get it done, get it over with, have a Survivor Series match, and that's it. Dwayne's crew against Roman's crew, and just call it a day. Have Tamina Snuka join the bloodline. Whoever else is in there that could be there. I don't know. I do think Roman wins. I don't like. I love the story, but do we really think that the higher ups think this Uso can beat Roman and be the face of the company and be on the Today Show the next morning or Monday morning? It's too hard to believe. It needs to be a Cody. It needs to be a Brock. Give me Brock Roman again. I'd love that match.
That's all the time we've got for this week. All right.
I'm done. I've been gone a long time.
They can't top what they just did.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I hate to say it, but I just feel like we're at the point now that, hey, Roman, we'll see you at Mania 40 in Philly. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just, I love that he lost in the tag match and got pinned. That's fine. I love Jey Uso. He's one of my favorites right now. He's just so fantastic. But for those reasons you said, Jay, I just don't see it happening because of everything that's been built up, that it just seems like Mania is the spot. And I hope I will get drunk enough that I forget everything I just said. And when that match is going down, I'm going to pop for Jey Uso getting like 10 near falls and be convinced that he wins, because that means I'm having a good time. That's my plan for Sunday. Or Saturday. Don't let me miss SummerSlam, guys.
We'll see you Sunday. Brian.
Man, I thought there'd be more people here.
Well, these are great seats. When do they set up the ring?
Roman's got to win, but there's got to be. I hope the match goes like 20, 30 minutes. That would be awesome, because Jay's going to be able to go that far. The dude is conditioned like no other, and Roman consistently is, long match after long match. We're going to get some shenanigans. Solo's going to be there. Who knows? Rikishi's been kind of on social media saying in support. Maybe he comes down. Not saying he's going to be a huge force, but maybe I don't even know if he can. That's going to be a long aisle.
Yes,
it will be. Yeah.
That's gonna be a long. We're gonna have a car.
I don't think we're gonna get a Rikishi running down there, but maybe he comes out there and neutralizes Solo or something, right? I think the match.
Rikishi's gonna beat up his own son.
Yeah, well, 100%.
Well,
absolutely.
If he comes
Ray did it to Dom.
He's gonna have to choose a side. It's both of his sons are against each other.
Yeah, but I think the match is gonna be awesome. Like I said, when we first started the show. 8 matches, depending on when it goes on, that could be 35, 40 minutes. Who knows?
Well, it's the last match. That's when it's going on last.
Exactly.
All right. Any final thoughts, guys? Me and Kevin and our buddy Ken will be at GCW on Saturday. We won't be staying Friday. God
Jesus
damn it.
Christ, dude, are you drunk?
I'm messed up. He's
gonna be at Harpo's on Saturday going, why is there a dance party going on?
Why is Tantric playing?
What am I the only one here for the Jeff Hardy concert?
Where's Hinder?
Yeah. That's legit, by the way, Jay. Me and Kevin talked on I'm gonna get my nights right. Tuesday night, and I was like, I gotta see what time GCW starts. He goes, I went to the Harpo's website, and it's tantric at one night, GCW, and like something else, and that's it. And I was like, oh,
Hinder.
Tantric.
We'll just say Hinder.
I know the breakdown.
Yeah, I know you guys talked because Brian, you and I almost I FaceTimed on accident, and then I FaceTimed you on purpose, and then we just didn't connect because I had to go to bed, so I was exhausted. Yeah. So good times. So yeah, I think this weekend's going to be great. You know, I'm hoping there's some karaoke involved like last year in Nashville. Hoping there's no museums like unfortunately there was. And hopefully no gas station food this year. Like I'm staying in a nice hotel. Like
we've done it wrong if we have gas station food. We've done things wrong. Things have gone terribly wrong.
Superstore I'm excited for. I got to get my mini belt like I do every pay-per-view. And I'm just, the merchandise, I feel like they're just resting on laurels. Detroit World Order, Motor City 316.
Same thing as Nashville, like Music City,
Vegas,
guitar.
Now it's SummerSlam on a license plate because cars are made in.
And it's Ford, so I'm sure it'll be, some Mustang related thing or a Bronco related thing. But, we do it good. It'll be a good time. And the vlog will come probably about a week after, I'd say, if everything goes the way I want it to. So, yeah, good times.
Yeah, we also have WrestleCon. Kev, you're on the fence about Bret Hart. This could be your moment.
Are you gonna do it?
I'm gonna get a photo.
You sealed.
Yeah, all right.
All right, you're going forward. Okay,
I am.
Keep rocking, stay cool, get a photo.
So let me ask you this.
He's not going to remember the cameo.
You might no. You might be.
He'll be like, "Where's Joe, Brian, and Jason?"
You're the one guy who named his son after me. I remember you.
So Jay, because I was starting to pack. Right now, I was going to wear a different shirt. Is it kind of like a concert? Do you not wear the shirt of who you want to get a photo with?
It's wrestling. Where you should be wearing a That Wrestling Podcast shirt. To be honest with you,
at WrestleCon
to get your picture with Bret Hart. And at SummerSlam and at GCW and Harpo's. That's what you should be wearing. That Wrestling Podcast. I've totally flipped on my stance on wearing our own merch. I think I told you guys this clothing line that I like. It's called Municipal. It's Mark Wahlberg's company and his Instagram. He wears it every day. And I'm like, that's fucking awesome. So while I have other Ahmed shirts, I do have That Wrestling Podcast shirts that I'll be wearing probably most of the time. So, all right. Yeah. So, Kevin, the answer is That Wrestling Podcast shirt, even a tank top if you want, whatever. Don't wear a tank top. Yeah. So that's my answer.
Whatamaneuver.net.
Good call. Good call. Yeah.
Well said. Well, yeah, it's going to be
good.
Yes, that's how we do it with those merchandise.
We did it.
Anyone else looking to get a photo or an autograph or anything like that?
I got to see Sergeant Slaughter. We've got things to work out. Yeah, we got things to work out. I have to.
We got a video. Yes,
I've got to admit my error of my ways with the 4th of July patriotic wrestler poll. So we're gonna see if the Cobra clutch gets put on me within 5 seconds or 10 seconds.
How much is an autograph?
I've only looked at photos. Honestly, I think 40.
Okay.
Autographs and photos are the same price.
Would you screenshot the Twitter poll with his comment and have him sign it?
Ooh. That's not bad.
But it has to be color. It can't be like a black and white bullshit. Yeah. It's got to be like the real deal.
Almost
kind of like our
paper.
Dinosaur in Uranus t-shirt on whatamaneuver.net from last year's SummerSlam.
That's funny because we were just cleaning out my desk and I saw the Matt Cardona autograph Broski headband wedding picture.
Nice.
That I printed out that one day. So there's precedence for that. I'll have to see if I remember to do that. But yeah, it's going to be great. Barbara Ryan's excited to hang out with all of us. I've got other friends who are going. So we're going to just do it up really, really big and have a great time at SummerSlam. So I hope you enjoyed our preview and predictions episode. at that WrestlePod for all the socials. And as Kevin said, whatamaneuver.net for your merchandise. Heck, maybe there'll be some sort of, I don't know, post-show video pod. There'll be something. We'll figure out something.
I
Even
mean,
if it's just a quick, like, hey guys, we're at SummerSlam. Tune in next week for our reactions.
oh yeah, and then some dope can walk in front of our camera like they did last year.
That's right.
And Brian, please save your voice, unlike last year.
I know. Yeah, I can't have that happen again.
Yes,
was
please
not,
do that.
Not nearly as fun as it could have been.
And
I've got a lot of singing to do at the show and at karaoke possibly. So.
Fucking right. Fucking right.
All right, I think that'll do it. As
Yes,
always,
well.
my friends, and especially all of us in person this weekend in Detroit, enjoy wrestling.
Yep.
Thanks for watching That Wrestling Podcast on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And for more That Wrestling Podcast content, follow @ThatWrestlePod on social media.